Before I begin, I must tell you that I am not a lawyer and I am not qualified to give legal advice. The content of this video is purely for entertainment and education. Please consult a professional before engaging in any legal activity. Monday, I talked about what patents are and what they can do for you. And now you sat down and you've come up with the perfect thing. It's a who's it that runs on what's its, and it will make you loads of money. All you got to do is patent it now. But how do you do that? Let's talk about what you can and cannot patent and what criteria you'll need to pass in order to get that sweet, sweet patent. First things first, can you actually patent your who's it? Patent law reads, anyone who invents or discovers any new and useful process, machine, manufacture, or composition of matter, or any new and useful improvement thereof, can get a patent if it passes the rest of our criteria. This is a paraphrase, obviously, but what it boils down to is, did you make something which is new, and does it have a relevant function? If so, let's keep going. It's worth knowing that you cannot patent a law of nature, natural phenomena, or an abstract idea. Just because you were the first to find that wildflower doesn't mean that you made it or are entitled to protection on it. All plant patents have to skirt around the idea of what a natural phenomena is to even be considered. The next thing that the Patent Office wants to know is, are we sure that you're really the first person? Whenever you publicly disclose your invention, you start a timer. You get 1 year to file with the United States Patent Office to get a patent. This could be the first time you sold your who's it to your neighbor Billy, or you put out an article about your who's it. Generally, if people knew about it more than 1 year before you got it to the Patent Office, sorry mate, you're out of luck. Since you only started making your who's it Monday, we'll probably be okay. But what we should be concerned about is the next section. Is there any material out there that could be combined to make your invention? If so, would it have been obvious to do so? This is a huge problem within the legal world, and it requires many experts to tell us what would be obvious in each case. Looking at your who's it runs on what's its. What's its have been used as a fuel for many years, and your who's it strongly resembles a wind turbine. You need to convince the Patent Office that this is a unique combination, and it was not something easy to put together. I mean, it took all of Tuesday to make it. Finally, you need to include a written description of the invention. It needs to be understandable to a person who normally does this kind of work. For example, if I made a new bridge joint that is superior to what is currently out there, would a civil engineer with, say, 5 years of experience be able to read my paper and know exactly how to make and use my joint? This is another test, to make sure that you know what it is that you have invented, as well as how you made it. Now look at it, your beautiful who's it. You've jumped through all the hoops, you've written what you needed to, and you're ready to submit it. Congratulations. But it's going to cost you quite a pretty penny to get this done, probably upwards of $8,000. Sadly, that's not even the end of it. You're going to enter the waiting zone, along with thousands of other applications. Maybe in 2 or 3 years, you'll receive a notice of whether you need to take any further action. But rejoice! If your patent is granted, you will be retroactively protected. So get out there, make more who's its, and improve the world around us with their wonder. That's an extremely basic overview of the patent process. You gotta make sure that your invention is patentable. Then make sure that you really are the first ever person to think of it. Show the Patent Office that your invention isn't obvious, and that your writing will let someone else make and use your invention. Then maybe, just maybe, you'll get your own shiny patent. That's all for today. I'll see you Friday for fun facts and stories about patents.